and to matters doping, where the Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya is investing heavily in education as a first step towards eradicating the use of banned substances among sportsmen and women. The agency is now training sports teachers in schools and academies in their effort to have a totally clean sporting nation in the near future. With the development of young sporting talents a priority for the Kenyan government, having a clean, talented youth in sports is vital to the country's image, and that has been prioritized by the Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya.
ADAC, as any other anti-doping entity, implements the World Anti-Doping Code. And the World Anti-Doping Code is what ties all the entities together. We operate on a level playing ground so that in terms of application and implementation of the code, all entities are the same.
Despite having a challenging workforce, the agency is now heavily training not only the current crop of sportsmen and women and the upcoming, but also teachers who will continue handling the growing talents in Kenya.
We've invested a lot in training the teachers who offer the curriculum so that they're also speaking the same. They're able to reach out the students on day-to-day basis. So we have invested in that aspect as well, and this is for the long term. And we're very positive that within as we continue to implement that, that is what we'll be able to produce a generation of athletes who can say no and understand why they are saying no.
The agency is extending its reach to all parts of the country without interfering with the sporting calendars and athletes' schedules both locally and internationally.
For international federations, they are also required to have a registered testing pool like we do as a national entity, but the international federations operate or have the athletes within the elite level, the topmost tier of performance. So for them, they manage those athletes, and we need to know who is in the international federation's testing pool so that we are not duplicating effort.
They have, however, called on athletes to break the silence and talk more on doping issues to help the upcoming athletes.
We also apportion quite substantive resources into values-based education. Values-based education is about athletes or young athletes or upcoming athletes still in school, and all we do is to go to them, teach them the values of competing clean, speaking out, respecting a win or a loss in whichever way it affects you as a person, and showing them that it is okay to speak up when there is a matter that is questionable, is not the issues of integrity, the issues of everything that is to calculate positive values in sport.
And at the same time, calling for harsh punishment on those aiding doping among sportsmen and women.
We are also hoping that in due course of time, our laws in this country will be more punitive, not what we have in the professions now, whereby somebody gets a fine of about a few millions and they get away with it, or maybe imprisonment of a very short term. We want to have maybe sanctions that are long term and that can really have impact on the people that are aiding.
Kenya has had a number of its athletes banned or suspended for doping violations in the recent past, but the agency believes having a clean sporting nation is not an impossible mission.
We're trying to create or to have a generation of athletes who will have been mentored and will have grown with those positive values and will be able to say no to doping. Will be able to speak about doping should anybody approach them because they know the vices and the repercussions of doing it. So we have also worked with the KICD to integrate those values-based education, the values-based education into the curriculum all the way to grade 9.